Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mimi and I'm so happy that you're here. It has been a while since I've sat down and just done like a chit chat, get ready with me, or I think they call it now makeup and yap or something. I don't really know. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I did take a little bit of a break from filming. It was not a planned break whatsoever. The LA fires were just really close to my home and we did have to evacuate, and I didn't have any content I wasn't able to record, and I also needed a minute. But I'll dive into all of that. I'm gonna get started on my makeup. I'm gonna get ready for the day today. First going to put my hair up, and I don't really know what I'm going for today. Of course, I always do just natural looks, like nothing heavy on my face. I always go for something like that. I'm still in my pajamas. As you can see, I have my cup of coffee here. We're just gonna start getting ready. As you can see from my face, I look exhausted. I am so tired. I honestly don't know how to get out of the funk I've been in the last couple of weeks. We're gonna start with this is the IT Cosmetics CC Nude Glow in SPF 40. Out of all of the IT Cosmetics foundations I've tried, this one's my favorite. I use the shade, well, it says NTL Tan, so I'm going to assume natural tan. I already have my skin prep, so I'm gonna take 2 little pumps and I'm just gonna dab this all over my face. It was quite an interesting couple of weeks here in California, as I'm sure all of you guys know, regarding the crazy fires that were happening and are actually still happening in California, which is, I'm not gonna go into a political talk about it because that's not that type of channel, but I just gotta say I'm extremely upset with the way everything was handled, unfortunately, by our officials. And you know, it was a huge learning experience, I want to say, for my husband and I. We were not in any immediate danger to start with the Palisades fire when that started, although you could see it from our house. Like if you just go down the street, you can see it coming over the hill. However, there was another fire that broke out, which was crazy because during that time, there were just multiple fires breaking out everywhere across California. And we had another fire that was close to our house that broke out in a city over, but we have like a kind of a connecting hill, or not hill, but like a mountain, and it's all brush. So if it catches fire, it catches quick. And unfortunately, because of that fire, we did have to end up evacuating. We ended up evacuating for 1 day, which is crazy that it was for such a short amount of time. So blessed that that was the case. It was just 1 day or 1 night, but we were without power for almost a week. Let me backtrack. Because of the Palisade fire, we were kind of nervous with the wind direction because all it had to do was switch and start blowing to us, and that fire would have gone really rampant very fast, the way it did the opposite direction. I'm gonna do concealer now. This is the LYS Triple Fix Concealer. I am in the shade MG5. We had packed. We packed our stuff we had it packed for a couple of days, just, you know, you never knew. And my husband and I, we don't necessarily work really close to our house. We don't work far in distance, but California, LA traffic will make everything be extremely far away. So because of that, I did have things in my car packed, ready to go, just in case we needed to go. I had like all of our important documents, credit cards, cash, you know, just like photos, clothing, all that stuff. We had it packed for a couple of days just to be on the safe side. And like I said, we lost power on Tuesday, basically, and we evacuated Thursday night and then came back to finally having power Friday. But because we weren't sure of what exactly would happen, we were ready to go, just in case. So basically, we're keeping an eye on the fires, nervous about it because it just kept spreading and spreading. And it wasn't even just that fire. That's the thing about it. It was not just that fire. I know on the news, they were very adamant about talking about the Palisade fire, but there were more, guys. There were fires all over the place. But the Palisade fire was the biggest one that they talked about because of how big it was, but also because of the people who lived there. There was just a bunch of celebrities and you know, just influencers, like all that type of stuff, mainly celebrities that live there. And I got a notification on my phone that there was another fire that broke out close to our house. I have a friend who lives in that area, so I sent her a message. I'm like, hey, you should probably start packing up because their fire just broke out near you. The craziest thing is that within 20 minutes, that fire grew. I think within the first 2 minutes, 800 acres. That's how fast that fire grew. Started heading towards our house. Sorry, I'm picking up my powder for the day. I'm such a mess. We got a notification that we were now evacuating, my husband and I. I called my husband. I was like, hey, we are evacuating. We need to go. I was able to rush home. Even though I had all our stuff with us, I had enough time to come back to the house and just get maybe a few more things, which I'm glad I did because like I wanted to take our computers, cameras. Oh, I didn't tell you what powder I used. This was the Hourglass Vanish translucent powder. This one's translucent medium. So I just used that all over my face. I'm going to do my brows now. And I think I'm gonna keep it just simple. I think I'm just gonna use the Benefit Brow Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I'm gonna use that, and I use shade number 3. So anyway, I was able to get home. I was able to come home and pick up a few more things, which I'm really glad I did. But when I tell you that it literally just felt like I was in a scene of a movie, I'm not joking. There was the mountain that's over our house. All you can see was just black smoke growing and growing, and all you see when you look outside were neighbors running in and out of their houses with their belongings, trying to basically just get what they can and get out of there. It was a very surreal moment. I'm again extremely grateful that that's all it was. It was just basically a night of evacuation and nothing else. But what it does, and this is something that I feel like maybe just doesn't really get talked about. I'm gonna set my brows with the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit. I'm like all over the place in this video. I'm so sorry. My brain is just like mush. And we found a hotel in Burbank, which is about 40 minutes from us. We were able to find a hotel, and a lot of the hotels out here were just being extremely gracious and welcoming when it came to your pets, because a lot of hotels out here don't allow them. I mean, some of them do, but for the most part they don't. And we ended up finding a hotel that did allow us to take our dog. I'm just gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Nudegasm Face Palette. I absolutely love this. I use this for like a one and done look all the time. I have a whole video using this as a one and done look on my channel, so please go check that out if you're interested. But I'm gonna do this really quickly. I'm just gonna kind of talk through as I use this because I have a whole video, so you'll see what I use in that one. While we were at the hotel is when we got the notification that the lift for the evacuation, or the order for the evacuation, was lifted, that it was lifted so quick that they were able to control that fire so fast because it was spreading really fast. So we were extremely grateful for that. We decided to just stay at the hotel for that night. One, we had already paid for it. And then two, we had had no power for days at that point. So we're like, you know what, let's just stay here. We will go back tomorrow morning. When I tell you how fast we wanted to come home, I just wanted to be home. I just wanted to come home and be with my husband and my dog here at our house. And when we were leaving the hotel, the rush of emotion that I felt, and it's so surreal to say that, or it's like to try to explain that because it was such a surreal moment, but just the rush of gratefulness and feeling so blessed that we were okay and we were going home, because there were so many homes and people who weren't going to have, like, there were so many people who were not going to have that experience anymore. They weren't going to be able to go home. Again, it was a one night evacuation, but it was extremely scary. Just so grateful that I'm here in my house and I'm okay and my house is okay. When I cried, I basically just ended up crying when we finally were able to come home. It was a very short evacuation, but it was still just extremely scary and extremely real. And one of the things that I feel like just kind of frustrated me in general when it came to the news is what I was saying when it came to them talking about the fires. They only covered the Palisade fire because of the type of people that live there. And I just want to say, for people who I guess just don't know, or I don't know, maybe the news, I don't know. Celebrities and extremely rich people make up 1% of California. And that is what is so heartbreaking, because there were other fires who destroyed cities, and these were like working people, you know. And then again, I don't want to sound like a horrible person, because anybody who loses their home, regardless of how much money you have, all of that is a horrific thing. I hope it's something that, you know, people never have to deal with or go through. You know, all of these celebrities, you know, they have other homes to go to. They have, you know, multiple properties and vacation homes and just money, right? And money to be able to get back on their feet. Again, I'm not saying that losing the house isn't a horrible thing because you have money. No. Far from what I'm trying to say. I wished that the news had covered more of the other areas. For example, the Altadena fire. I think it was called the Eaton fire. That was going on at the same time as the Palisades. I know that they reported it a bit. And Palisades was a lot bigger in the sense of acreage, but when it came to actual destruction, the Eaton fire was horrific. And the thing with these homes and these people is, these homes, this whole area was a working class area. You know, these people were just everyday people, and when they lost their homes, they literally lost their homes. They lost everything. Some of these people lost the home that they were in for 40 years. That was their retirement. And I feel like the news just unfortunately did not cover any of that, and that really breaks my heart. I know I'm going on a tangent, and I'm trying not to, but it was just living here and just knowing the type of people that live here. I just want you guys to know that celebrities and these huge mansions and these beautiful, like super rich areas and stuff, yes, that is part of California, but I promise you it's only like 1%. So that was what I wanted to say. Anyway, that went on a little bit of a rant, and that was not what I was trying to do. It's been tough. It's been a couple of hard weeks. I feel like this year, even though it's still January, has been 87 years long. It's crazy. And then at the same time too, it's like, wow, it's already the end of January. This year definitely started off with a bang. All right, I'm going to curl my lashes now. I'm going to use my Shiseido eyelash curler, and I'm going to go on with, I'm going to do this one. The e.l.f. What is this? e.l.f. Lash Extender Mascara. I had to do my mascara off camera. One thing I can't do is mascara and talk. It's definitely one thing I am not good at doing. So I just did my mascara. This is the e.l.f. Lash Extender. So I'm just gonna do that, keep it simple. I think I'm pretty much done with my face. So this video is, I guess, basically going to just be about the fires, which was not at all my original intention, but here we are. It was a big deal. It was a big deal that happened to us so far in 2025, and the year just started. Anything that has to do with my eyes, I can't talk. It's like I need to fully concentrate, or else I'm gonna lose an eye. That's how it feels, basically. All right, we're gonna set my face. This is the MAC Fix Plus. Fan. And then for lips, oh, I just got this and I haven't used it yet. I'm not gonna use it today because I actually wanna do like a specific look with this, but this is the Maybelline Superstay Teddy Tint. This is in the shade 20 Mascara Tear. Look how beautiful this shade is. How pretty. I don't wanna wipe it on my hand because I have to run out the door right now, but look how pretty that is. I am really excited to use this. Supposedly this has a really good staying power. I have not tried this yet though, so I'll let you know. So I'm gonna use the Freck Beauty Makeout Club. This is their lip liner in shade 03. And then I'm gonna use the Giorgio Armani Lip Power. Oh, I think that's the name of this, the Lip Power. Just the stick lipstick. And I have chapstick on right now, so it's not fully coming on. The thing with my lips too, my lips are so pigmented on their own that unless it's like a really dark lipstick, or sorry, really dark lip liner, you don't really see it on my lips. I like to pretend that you can. Just put that all over the lips, and then I'm going to put this in the center. I'll probably just all over the lip too, actually. No, that's the lip. So that is the whole look for today. I am about to run out the door to run a few errands. I'm really sorry, this video ended up being basically all about the fire, which is not at all my intention. You know, that is one of the biggest things that just recently happened, and you know, it really did affect me. It was quite, I think I'm still working my way through all of that. Anyway, thank you so much for bearing with me. I do have quite a bit of content planned for you guys, and I am going to start getting back into it. I just needed a break. I needed a break after the whole fire situation, and I feel like I'm finally getting my bearings back, so I will start recording for you guys again soon. I actually have 2 videos I do plan to record today, so we will be going back to the regular schedule on my channel, which is 1 video a week every Thursday around, I think I post them at 11 a.m. We will go back to that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks.